After 2 days of spirited fight to save Rigathi Gachagua from impeachment, the Senate finally voted to change the course of Rigathi Gachagua's political life. He will be a one-term deputy president. In fact, many are saying he is a half-time. He didn't, complete the one term, so he's a half-term deputy president, and his name changes, the title changes forthwith. He will now be referred as the former deputy president. He is also making history as the first deputy president to be impeached under the new constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua suffers double blow because this is happening while he is admitted in the hospital. And in the words of his doctor, the doctor had said that he was in stable condition, and he was alluding to something that it could be pressure because of the situation that he found himself in. But now with the impeachment, I believe there must be close attention to the deputy because the condition will deteriorate. This is the verdict of the Speaker.
Now, honorable senators, the result of the division indicate that the Senate has upheld the following impeachment grounds. 1. Gross violation of Articles 10(2)(a), B, and C, 27(4), 73(1)(a), and 2B, 75(1)(c), and 129(2) of the Constitution, and Article 147(1), as read together with Article 131(2)(c) and D of the Constitution. 4. Gross violation, ground number 4, gross violation of Article 161 of the Constitution on the institutional and decisional independence of judges. Ground number 5, gross violation of Articles 3(1) and 148(5)(a) of the Constitution and the fidelity to the oath of office and allegiance. Ground number 6, serious reasons to believe that His Excellency the Deputy President has committed crimes under Sections 13(1)(a) and 62 of the National Cohesion and Integration Act. Ground number 9, gross misconduct that is incompatible with the high calling and dignified status of the office of the Deputy President and a member of the Cabinet and the National Security Council. His Excellency the Deputy President has publicly attacked and undermined work of the National Security Intelligence Service and its officers. Now, honorable senators, pursuant to Article 145(7) and 151(b) and 2 of the Constitution and Standing Order 78(8) of the Senate has resolved to remove from office by impeachment His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, AGH, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Accordingly, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, AGH, ceases to hold office. I thank you.
Two divided schools of thought. One that believes that Rigathi Gachagua cooked himself, but another feels that this was predetermined because of the bosses, William Samoei Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga, had sent their soldiers to ensure that Rigathi goes home. But first of all, let us see what the doctor said and why I believe that Rigathi could even collapse if he's not checked well, because if it was then that he rushed to the hospital, whether it was a choreographed plan to ensure that they beat the deadline of impeachment, I can assure you that it is not very easy for him. From where he is, you saw how Rigathi Gachagua put a spirited fight. I can assure you that it is not easy for him.
I'm sure you're already aware that His Excellency the Deputy President was admitted here this afternoon. He came in about 3 o'clock with a lot of chest pain. By the way, I must say I have his permission to talk to you because these are personal details you can only give if the client or if the family agrees that you talk to other people. So I'm talking this with full confidence that the family is aware that I'm talking to you. So he came with some chest pain. When you come in hospital with chest pain, our first concern is whether it's anything to do with the heart. And our job is to make sure that you don't have, as you may well be aware of, any adult possibility of a heart attack. And that's why we have taken him in. He is undergoing through various investigations.
People had been voting for certain senators to save Rigathi Gachagua. Among them were Okia Omutata, Boni Halwale. We had people like Edwin Sifuna, and even the Kisii Senator Richard Onyonka. But when Boni Halwale took the stage to speak, all hope was gone, because this is what Boni Halwale had to say, and we knew that Rigathi's goose was cooked.
We must talk about faith. May I remind the Deputy President of a man of faith, a man of letters called Bill Paul. Bill Paul said, man of faith, that integrity is like virginity. You lose it only once. And when you lose it, you can never get it back. The Deputy President has lost that virginity of leadership.
Sad as it looks and sounds, that is the political situation at least now, and I can assure you that Rigathi Gachagua and his legal team are now preparing to go to the courts, because even Philomena Mwilu was very ready. She had assured the nation that they were ready for it, and that they would deal with such cases, if at all it will reach their desk. They will deal with it in accordance with the Constitution. And with this, I believe that Rigathi Gachagua is headed to the Supreme Court.
And the impeachment process that is ongoing regarding our deputy president is not unique. It's an application of the Constitution. It's not something that has been plucked from the air. It has a constitutional process to follow. And therefore, to that extent, it is a constitutional process. If it comes back to the courts, it's been in the courts, the number of 20 whatever applications and cases. If it comes to court after Senate, whatever it is that happens, we don't know. We cannot anticipate the outcome of the Senate process. If it comes here, it's a case like the next case. It will be handled by we who sit in the judiciary in the manner the Constitution has authorized us to do, in the manner the law has authorized us to do. We can't go outside the Constitution.
As he plans to move to the Supreme Court, I believe that the team that is supporting his impeachment, especially in the UDA or Kenya Kwanza, will have a meeting on Friday, and they are going to rush to ensure that they appoint or select a deputy president, so that in the next, which holiday is that? There's a holiday that is going to take place in the coast. That deputy president most likely is going to be unveiled in that event, and they want to rush against time, so that if Rigathi Gachagua would go to the Supreme Court, then they will be dealing with a status quo, and the lawyers that will be defending the fact that he was impeached will say that we need to protect the status quo. It is always very difficult when you are in a legal battle and the status quo is already there. To those who remember, even in 2007, the former president, the late president Mwai Kibaki, rushed to be sworn in at night, very late in the evening, so that by the time people go to court and people are fighting here and there, he already has the instruments of power. And so William Ruto will rush to swear in the new deputy president. And I know some people might rush to the court to block this kind of achievement so that they block the impending selection and swearing in of the new deputy. I know they will rush, but William Ruto is also playing his cards, and we are likely to see the replacement of Rigathi Gachagua. What is also likely to happen is that they might decide to confiscate the instruments of power that he has, all the facilities like his vehicles, security, because this was a political process. It was meant to humiliate Rigathi Gachagua. It was meant to show him who is superior, because those who are supporting the president thought Rigathi was just thumping. Rigathi had said that they were elected together. So William Ruto's side is also hell-bent in ensuring that they show Rigathi who has the instruments of power. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the situation. You will see, watch even the mainstream media, they will start calling him a former deputy president. Things will be happening in Karen, things will be happening in Nyeri. I know there are going to be demonstrations, but I can assure you that this is a done deal. The only hope is in the courts at the Supreme Court. We do not know whether this will be called hot air case, whether it will be a wild goose chase. We wait and see. It is very painful to Rigathi, his family, and his friends.